the energy. These guys are ready to go. Tip-off goes to Minnesota. So the opening lineup for the Suns. Ball and Booker, the talented backcourt pair. The small and power forwards are Bridges and Johnson. And it's Ayton in at the center, filling out the middle.
And that's just too easy for Towns. And you allow him to get that deep in the paint, and he's going to punish you.
Now, Greg, a disappointing ending to the playoffs last season, certainly for the Phoenix Suns.
Well, came in the top seed in their conference only to make a second-round exit after a grueling Game 7. So this season might be revenge time for this group.
Here's Gobert, and finished off by Gobert.
You won't find a higher percentage shot in this league. Gobert from ground zero.
Paul kicks to Booker. The tray. Good on the triple.
And that's exactly what he's looking for, draining the triple.
Russell against Paul. So the wing on the left. Now here's Towns. Defense right on him. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
And this is what you like to see. Big Cat using that size to his advantage.
Paul against Russell. The shot's good from Paul.
How much fun is it to watch this guy when he's on one like this? Loves to attack the rim.
Russell against Paul. Russell dishes to Towns, and the dunk by Towns.
Sometimes it's the simple play that's most effective. D'Lo with a nice assist.
Paul against Russell. Bridges outside. Back to Johnson. Bridges passes to Johnson. 5 to shoot. Booker's shot is good.
You can count on Booker for some three-point efficiency. He might not take as many as he used to. Still dangerous.
Russell kicks to Towns. Over Paul. That misses off the backboard. The Suns have gotten their first 3 shots to go in for him to start off this game. Ayton inside. Guarded by Prince. And that one's good, Ayton.
Such a tremendous physical profile that Ayton has. He's getting it done down low.
Well, many thought the Suns would let Ayton walk as a restricted free agent, but they had no hesitation matching the offer to bring him back. It looks like he'll be a Sun for the foreseeable future. Ooh, put a little extra on that one.
He does. He doesn't usually finish soft either. Obviously, he can when necessary, but not that time. Booker's shot is good.
Just not thinking about it twice. Devin Booker with the ball. He's going to let it rip.
Outside Russell. Outside Edwards. Trying to answer back, but that 3 is off the mark. Here's Booker. He hits the back iron and sinks the shot. And 11 points for Devin Booker.
Devin Booker lethal on the pull-up jump shot. Loves going to this shot when the D is not paying any attention.
Russell dishes to Gobert. And Gobert throws it down.
And look at the big man get up. When Gobert takes flight, well, you are in for a show.
Here's Paul. Kicks it out to Booker. Back to Ayton. It's stolen by Gobert. Bridges with the steal. Pass to Booker. Takes the 3. A new 14 for the Suns. It's Gobert with the ball for Minnesota. It's a 3-point game. Shakes him. The shot, no good. Good D by Booker. And it's Paul penetrating. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass.
So shrewd and elusive on the drive. Once Paul sees an opening in the defense, this guy goes into attack mode.
The kick out to Towns. Another miss by Minnesota.
I saw a green light there. The D's not going to get away with that kind of lapse all that often here tonight.
Pass to Bridges. Gobert with the block.
And that's why you want Gobert on the floor. He's as good defensively as any big you will ever see. Just in a perfect position to grab that rebound and then get the putback.
Gobert with a screen for Russell. To the paint. Shoots from the baseline. Back to Gobert. And slam dunk by Gobert.
A big man with a big finish.
And Booker puts up a deep three. And so it's Devin Booker making highlights for Phoenix. He delivered 9 points from three-point. And if you're just joining us, we've played through one quarter in this one. And let's take a moment, guys, to get your take on the scoring so far for the Suns.
They've looked to fire as much as possible from outside the arc, and so far they are hitting at a high clip.
Love the passing that they displayed at the start of the game. Great ball movement that's opening up some chances without really getting deep into the execution.
Underneath in the post, Towns and Gobert. Backcourt guards are Russell and Edwards. And it's Prince in at the 3 spot. So that's the lineup for Minnesota. Let's check in with our reporter, David Aldridge.
Thanks, Kevin. It is hard to forget the crazy draft night for Bridges in 2018. Drafted 10th by his hometown Sixers, his mom was an employee with the team. But he was traded an hour later to Phoenix. He says it was tough, but once I came here, I loved it. The group of guys we had, I knew I wanted to be here. And they are sure glad they got him, Kevin.
They are indeed, no doubt. D.A., thank you. 2 open that time, made it look too easy. Towns has got 11. Brent, as we all know, you were a former slam dunk contest champion. So with that in mind, what was your take on the 2022 contest?
Well, I think there was some great dunkers out there, Kevin, and every year it's like that. I know from year to year it takes a lot of criticism, the contest, and certainly there are years that are better than others, but the skill of those guys on the floor for them to go out and put on an exhibition, always appreciated as a fan. Wow, Prince has a little daylight, and that shot looked true.
Here's Paul out to the right wing. It's stolen by Gobert. Timberwolves trail by 3. And stolen by Booker. Here's Ayton. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. That one is on time.
Assertive from Ayton, wanting to score often and then forcing the D right there at his size to foul him.
Young big men, though, often struggle to find consistency, but you look at Ayton's first 4 seasons, the numbers are almost identical year to year.
Russell passes to Towns. 11 feet away. Here's Gobert. Out to Russell. Here's Towns. Here's Gobert. Well, it was only a matter of time, but they finally get the bucket. 8 points for him.
And just an excellent rebounder. Gobert is so good at using that incredible wingspan to track down those additional scoring opportunities.
And that one's good, Ayton. And for Ayton, the numbers are impressive indeed, averaging a double-double every season.
And he's got all the tools, next steps, making more plays for others, and they've been working on his shooting range to open up the lane a bit more. Oh, just solid on the one-handed slam.
And guys, when it's a tight ball game like this, he's the guy they want with the ball. Here's Paul going inside, and he finishes nicely on the layup. Paul's got 8 points.
Chris Paul not afraid to go inside, play amongst the trees, and still find a way to score.
Russell kicks to Towns. Now the pass to Edwards.
2 minutes.
And the rejection by Ayton.
Ayton flashing some good movement there and great timing.
Towns, no luck. It's deflected. Tries to save it. To the middle. Here's Gobert. And slam dunk by Gobert.
Gotta take care of the ball. They'll punish you if you're that careless.
That's right, and that's severe punishment right there.
And how about the sequence in its entirety? Momentum swing, and you love the effort here.
And so it's Russell with it. He brings it up for the Timberwolves, trailing by 2.
And the assets traded by the Wolves for Rudy Gobert surprised a lot of people. In essence, 5 first-round picks, 3 of them unprotected. They better hope this thing works out. A lot right now.
Well, the mindset of Booker there, pretty solid. He feels like he can make just about any shot, especially the deep triple.
Russell passes to Edwards. Outside, Russell. Back to Edwards. 6 to shoot. Prince finds Edwards. And he hits it just before the shot clock expires. Edwards got 4 points this quarter.
And don't let Edwards' position fool you. Anthony is built like a linebacker. That upper body strength helps him down low.
Nice ball movement by Phoenix. Really left alone that time. Johnson's got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball.
I love the unselfishness, and you know coaches do as well.
Well, not just coach, but you can see it in the teammates, the way that they look at him. They appreciate it when he shares the ball like that.
Right through the contact. Gobert's added so much strength since being drafted back in 2013. It's helped all facets of his game.
And that's it for the first half of action. What's been a very close game here. Suns lead by 2. And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. Thank you, David, and we'll be right back. And after a fairly even first couple of quarters, the second half could turn out to be a great one as both teams try to gain an edge. You know, guys, Devin Booker has been exceptional here.
Well, we'll find out if they were able to find an answer for him over the break. He was scoring with ease in that first half.
Yeah, just way too easy out there, and I'm sure coach is going to make that a priority at halftime.
Setting the floor for the Suns. You've got Lee. Andrew Shamet is out there with Payne. Then it's Jay Crowder, and it's Landale in at the 5.
So impressive, the fortitude, the will to battle back, but it did take a lot of energy to get here.
Well, they didn't really have a choice at the position that they were. They had to fight hard. They've gotten that. They've outworked the other team. Just fighting tonight.
Now here's Rivers. Payne covering. Anderson. Great pass to set up the lay-in.
Anderson finishing through contact. I like to see him make the mid-air adjustment to get that ball off.
Payne kicks to Lee. In the corner. Shamet with it. Another 3 for Phoenix.
That's the kind of passing you want there. Work the ball around. Keep it moving. Try to get an assist on every bucket.
Now Rivers. Landale grabs the miss. And Phoenix pushing it up now. Lee's running. Here's Crowder. Passes it to Shamet. Back to Crowder. And Crowder slams it in.
The defense so concerned with Shamet and his shot-making ability, he makes the play that time.
Here's Noel. He's been patient so far. Nothing on the scoreboard yet. And finished off by Rivers.
Big hops from the backcourt.
Oh, absolutely. And maybe just what they need to get this game, GA, going in their direction.
Defense has got to be better. Flat-out effort was not there.
Payne passes to Lee. And there's the call on Austin Rivers. That is his first foul of the game.
First team foul.
And it's the Suns with the ball. Their biggest lead of the game was 9. Payne kicks to Shamet. Just 5 to shoot. Here's Crowder. The rebound by Anderson. Timberwolves trail by 4. McDaniels with the ball. Now guarded by Payne. Now here's Reed. He's guarded closely. Nails the baby hook. Reed's got his first basket.
they didn't have much of a problem getting the ball into the post that time.
Something you noticed about these Suns last year was their offensive talents, Brent. It could be seen from top to bottom.
Man, they got plenty of great shooters on the floor. Obviously, one of the great distributors of all time is Chris Paul. With these guys scoring in a variety of ways, really tough to defend from inside, outside, and deadly mid-range of your leader.
McDaniels dishes to Rivers. For the tie, back to McDaniel. Can't tie it up as that one misses. Phoenix has gone 2 of 3 when they ventured outside the arc in the third quarter. Lee on the pass to Landale. Goes to the reverse layup and claps it in.
Man, he's got such a great touch and feel around the basket. He made that reverse look easy.
Crowder against Anderson. Kicks it to McDaniels. And the layup's good off the glass.
The coaching staff would like some more shots from that range.
The Suns leading. Now, here's Shamet. He has 6. Dish now to Payne. Lee with the ball. Up by Rivers. And there's the call on Austin Rivers. That'll be his second foul of the game. There's a minute left to play in the third. And there's a whistle. That goes on Landry Shamet. That is his first foul of the game.
Yeah, really good defensive play to cut him off there and square up.
.55 seconds left in the third quarter. Here's Noel. He's covered by Shamet. Here's Rivers. The shot goes down and it gets this game back to even. Rivers has got 6.
That's what you get with a bigger guard, a guy that can carve out a little bit more space, and Rivers does a good job that time. Well, you like the role that Cam has accepted as a guy who comes in and gives immediate energy and impact to the offense. He does a little bit of everything, but he certainly is a spark plug.
And he's good on the second.
They come away with the lead, but I'm sure he's kicking himself over that last miss.
Rivers with it. He's got 6. Anderson with the screen for Rivers. And there's the foul on Jay Crowder. That's his first foul. And it's a completely new lineup for Minnesota. And that's out of bounds. Minnesota will retain possession. Here is Russell. Still looking for his first bucket in this one.
Good show of strength and confidence from Devin Booker that time. I like to see him active on the defensive end.
And they go to the intentional foul.
Yeah, not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
The Suns shooting their 7th and 8th attempts at the foul line tonight. Both free throws good from Bridges.
You can tell he's feeling confident right now at the line, and when he's on, he can be lights out.
Up top, Russell. Towns a screen on Paul. From deep three-point range, and he got that one up in time, but doesn't go in. And as we conclude the third quarter, what a game. Neither team giving ground. The Suns on top. Up. And let's take this opportunity now to show you our State Farm assist of the game.
And I'm glad this was the pick because I love this pass. Such a great dish. That's what I call court vision.
Well, a great job with the eyes. And what separates great playmakers, as we note, is peripheral vision.
And it's been a very competitive game so far as we get rolling here in quarter number 4. 2 big men inside, Towns and Gobert. Backcourt guards are Russell and Edwards. And it's Prince in at the small forward. So that's the lineup for Minnesota.
And the D not really doing its job there. A little slow to react to the ball getting into the paint.
Out to Edwards. Back to Russell. Prince outside. Clock at 6. Towns down low. Johnson's there. Offensive rebound. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
And nice intensity from Towns in the paint. Doesn't back off and takes that shot while being fouled.
And a chance for just a second to check out the scoring breakdown for the Suns.
I mean, they've been stepping it up in terms of their shooting from distance, and the confidence has been there all game long, leaving the defense to scramble.
Well, something else that has stood out is their up-tempo offense. And these guys have been on the track all game long. They're creating high-percentage looks, getting out there on the fast break.
And with that unique combination of size and skill, Towns can sure get himself going offensively.
And Booker kicks to Bridges. And stolen by Prince. Edwards with it. And it's Johnson picking him up. And the foul called on Edwards. That is his first foul of the game.
Well, after committing a turnover like that, you're just praying the game doesn't come down to the last possession. You'll remember that one.
Paul against Russell. Paul passes to Johnson. Good, and Paul gets the assist. Paul's got 6 assists in the game.
And perimeter scoring, I have to imagine it was a topic of discussion at halftime.
Maybe trying to find a little bit more space and ball movement to get guys open at the three-point line.
Russell looking around. 6 to shoot. And Gobert kicks to Towns. Second chance shot. With the clock winding down. That's in, and the Suns' lead is cut down now to just 2 points with that basket from Gobert.
And not the same skinny guy he was when he entered the league. Gobert a lot less affected by contact these days.
Paul finds 8. Kicks it out to Johnson. Over in the corner, Paul. Here's Bridges. It's good. And the Suns lead by 4.
And Bridges elevating his game. Woo!
Paul against Russell. Outside, Towns. Another miss by Towns.
And that shot isn't the one they should be taking if they want to make this comeback happen.
And stolen by Prince. And now the Timberwolves on the break. Takes the 13-footer. Another miss by Towns.
And there hasn't been anything easy for him in this period.
No, I haven't seen him in comfortable spots, or at least spots we've seen in this offensive set that are allowing him to settle in.
Gobert down low. Defended by Bridges. The offensive rebound. Gobert can't hit.
We're not going to see that very often. The defense in the vicinity, but still, he's not one to blow layups.
Ayton, the pass to Bridges. Here's Johnson. Feeds to Ayton. Booker in the corner. 6 on the shot clock. A 3-pointer off the mark.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
And now the Suns, a fast break. Paul with the ball. It's stolen by Gobert. It's tipped. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Johnson.
Somehow they kept possession of the ball after that poor pass. They should be very thankful that wasn't a turnover.
The Timberwolves shooting at 51%. Really solid. Towns, a screen on Paul. Russell dishes to Towns. It's in! And he has brought them to within 2 points.
The nerves on this guy.
Not backing down from this moment here. When the game is close, he kicks it up a notch.
Here's Paul. It counts.
Chris Paul has drained plenty of huge shots in his career. Easy to see why he's so revered.
Towns sets the pick for Russell. Prince against Bridges. Prince misses. And so Booker will bring it up for the Suns. They've given up just 8 points in the 4th quarter. And here is Paul. So it's the Suns taking the W in a close one. A narrow win under difficult circumstances, Greg.
All right, everyone. Greetings from... Well, Grant, we've got two savvy veteran teams on the court. So you don't expect a lot of mistakes or sloppy play tonight.
Yeah, definitely a lot of experience on the floor, so teams will play the right way. These guys know exactly what they're doing. If both squads can keep things tight, we could be in for a very competitive game.
So here's the Clippers starting group. The two-way threats of George and Leonard are the wing pair. Morris and Zubac play together in the front court, and it's Wall in at the one. Now here's Morris. George outside. Here's Zubac. Ooh, good finish at the rack off the slick feed.
George can make the tough passes. He can also make the easy ones, too. No way he was going to miss the wide-open man on that one.
Ball against Wall. The kick out to Johnson. Knocks down the long J.
He's consistent from out there, especially when you give him that kind of room.
Ball against Wall. And the big finish by Wall.
Still possesses impressive quickness. When Wall charges inside, he's tough to stop from scoring.
And last year's outcome, so unfortunate for Paul and the Phoenix Suns, Grant.
Yeah, B.A., I mean, the best record in the league by 8 games. You know, it kind of seemed like Paul might finally get that ring. Just a heartbreaking loss for them against Dallas in Game 7.
I know what they say, defense wins championships, but you need some bucket getters too now.
The ball's knocked loose. In transition, here come the Clippers. Oh, and the dunk by George.
That's right. PG shows these fools what's up.
Ball against Wall. Three-pointer, Bridges. Counted from distance.
Just outstanding distribution. This is the kind of team chemistry that you love to see.
Wall, the pass to George. Takes it inside, and the jam by George.
And you see the creativity George has. Just comfortable operating in screen and rolls and taking what he sees.
Here's Paul. Count it. 1 for 1 to start the game.
Wow, the finger roll. Sometimes a soft finish like that makes it even more painful for the defense.
Up top, George. Booker defending. Ball against Paul. Kicks it to George. 5 to shoot. From the arc. And no good. And Phoenix will come the other way. Pass to Johnson. Oh, and Johnson slams it in.
Unsurprisingly savvy pass by Booker, setting another guy up for success instead of forcing a shot.
Wall, the pass to Leonard. Lets it go from deep. And Aiden pulls it down. Phoenix has gone 2 for 3 from outside the arc. Outside Booker. To the middle. And Aiden, throw it down.
My Lord, the agility on that size. Aiden's on another level.
Wall, the pass to George. And the basket's good with the assist from Wall. George has got 9.
Well orchestrated, and then the pass is right on the money.
Well, these Suns have had a successful past couple of seasons.
Yeah, B.A., I mean, they certainly know the greatness they're capable of. They can give you a lot of confidence out there on the floor, even against other elite teams.
Now here's Zubac. And Aiden pulls it down. Pass to Paul. So it'll be 2 free throws. He was fouled in the act of shooting.
All right, here's a tip for the defense in this one. Avoid sending Chris Paul to the line at all costs because he will punish you if you do. Now, he's perfectly comfortable doing work at the line.
For Los Angeles, they've gone 6 of 9 and finding their rhythm now. Wall, the pass to George. Oh, and the dunk by George!
Imposing his will out there. PG-13. Love to see him attack the rim like that.
George against Booker. Outside the arc. Offensive board. Controls the rebound and the putback.
I mean, come on. A 7-footer with a 7'5" wingspan. Aiden beats everyone to the ball and converts easily.
2-second difference between shot and game clock. And stolen by Paul. From downtown. And there's Bridges. That's good. On the assist from Paul. 5 points in the game.
And it's energy like that on both ends of the floor that's got them out ahead.
Wall, the pass to Leonard. Fires the three. It's not going to go for him. And so both teams trading buckets as we end the first quarter. So
And please give a big round of applause for your Suns youth team.
good action already in this one, but a fairly even matchup after this first quarter of play. And a look at how the offensive approach has been going so far for the Suns. And so in the game for Los Angeles, the two-way threats of George and Leonard are the wing pair. Morris and Zubac play together in the front court, and it's Wall in at the point. George, and so he draws the foul, headed to the line to shoot a pair. It's going to be on DeAndre Ayton.
Yeah, such a skilled scorer. When George is looking to attack, it puts pressure on the D.
George hits them both. And for Paul George, playing close to home on a title contending team, it's a tremendous opportunity, Grant.
And back with the Pacers, he twice made the Eastern Conference Finals, but without a doubt, this is the most talented team he's ever been a part of.
Now here's George. And count that. 2 points and a chance for one more at the line.
Put your head down and go to work. That's what they need to do.
Yeah, when the game is up for grabs like this one has been, it's all about the attention to detail.
And just one of the most complete players in the game today. George's two-way game and strong leadership traits are reasons why he's a star. And you just can't afford to give up that kind of look very often.
Morris on the wing. Wall against Paul. Wall, the pass to George. Zubac with a screen on Booker. For three, George. It's good on the putback.
Ooh, hard work creating the second chance opportunity.
Paul against Wall. Outside Booker. Pass to Johnson. It's stolen by Wall. And it's the Clippers on the break. George for three. And it's Phoenix with the rebound. Ayton's got his 5th rebound in this one. Booker attacking. And Booker with the jam.
I like how sudden Booker can be on the drive, charging into a gap before the defense sees it's there.
Wall against Paul. It's George on the wing. Leonard outside. Launches a three. Here's Morris. Leonard outside. Shot clock at 6. Another shot. And he lays it in. And the Clippers lead by 3. And RJ, you took a part in a lot of playoff basketball. Compare the intensity of the regular season versus the postseason.
It's so different preparing for a regular season game than a postseason game. You have more experience, you understand what the other team is going to do, so the prep is that much more higher, but you also have to execute at an entirely different level.
Now here's Wall. Pass to Leonard. Second quarter play, almost 3 minutes gone here. Leonard can't get that one to fall. For Phoenix, they've gone just 1 of 3 to begin the second quarter. George with a steal. And the foul on Chris Paul. That's his first foul.
3rd team foul.
The Clippers have gone 3 for 7 here in the second quarter. George outside. And the jam by George.
Just a big night for George so far. He always works so hard, but his game has been on a higher level here in this game.
Deflected. Wall against Paul. To the inside. George's shot is off. The Suns trailing. To the paint. Here's Ayton. Oh, and the jam
Chris Paul is always thinking pass first. He's so good at finding his teammates, especially when they're open.
Yeah, back in the day when I was playing, the Clippers were always an easy win. Now, LA is consistently a playoff team. Boy, oh boy, how times have changed.
Now here's George. 17 points in the game. Clock at 2. Shoots over Booker. Here's Zubac. Morris finds Wall. Kicks it to George.
Tough break for the defense. I mean, he took the hit, but he didn't get the call.
And a chance to catch up on some numbers here. The hustle stats for Los Angeles.
Taking 2 shots.
George hits them both. And here are the Suns now, trailing by 5. Boy, they'd love if anyone could get a bucket.
Yeah, their offense has been grinding to a halt.
If you're talking strictly from shooting range, Booker is right at the top of that group.
Now here's Wall. Morris outside. Shoots over Johnson. Morris can't hit. Phoenix has gone 1 of 2 from deep in the second quarter. For 3, Booker. It's rebounded by Zubac. Zubac has got his 4th rebound in this one. George with it, and Bridges picks him up defensively. Leonard for 3. It's hauled in by the Suns. Ayton's got his 6th rebound on the night. George outside. Out to Leonard. There's the triple. The Clippers rebound. Left side Paul. And Booker with the jam.
Beautiful setup on the alley-oop.
Great catch, great flush. It's all tied in Phoenix. And we'll be...
27. The Clippers, 27.
In that first half, we saw a pretty tight battle. We'll soon find out what sort of adjustments were discussed during halftime. Paul George has been sensational.
Slicing up the defense, living in the lane. Terrific first half for him.
And when you rip through the D like you did in that first half, you gotta stay aggressive. Keep getting to the rim.
They've got Jake Crowder, Cameron Payne out there with Landry Shamet. Then there's Damian Lee, and it's Landale in at the 5, down low. And that's the group for Monty Williams as we begin the second half. And down it goes, 2 points.
Soft interior D, and they've exploited it.
It took Jay Crowder some time to get noticed as a young player. He wasn't widely recruited out of high school. He finally broke out in the last year of college.
Now here's Jackson. Powell outside. Lets it go from deep. Connects from downtown. Powell's got 5 points in the quarter.
When guys are moving the ball, sharing it, it makes the game so much more fun, both as a player and as a fan.
Pass to Crowder, and it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Covington. Crowder took that big leap forward at Marquette. He was named the Big East Player of the Year, Richard.
Yeah, and even with that recognition, he didn't go into the second round of the 2012 draft. But it didn't take long to see that he was a well-suited player for this league.
Just 2 to shoot. Landale. That one no good. Batum with the defensive effort. Kennard outside. Now here's Batum. He's closely guarded. Payne against Jackson. Back to Batum. And he was fouled while in the act of shooting, so he'll take 2 free throws.
What a job Monty Williams has done in his time with the Phoenix Suns. Hats off to the talent that he's been able to bring in and develop. And that's the way he's created a winning culture.
Here's Shamet. Well, he hasn't scored yet, but I'm sure that'll change. And a miss there on the triple. The Clippers have got 2 of 3 from the floor in this third quarter. Picked by Covington. Pass to Batum. Here's Powell. Back to Batum. Oh, a And there's the whistle on the shot. So 2 free throws for him coming up. Boy, Richard, you really can't say enough about what Monty Williams has done with this Phoenix team.
Struggled in his first year, but we gave him a break for that. Immaculate seasons the last 2 years, becoming a Western Conference juggernaut.
Now here's Payne. Pass to Lee, looking to end the run. Powell pulls it in.
And I'm surprised that didn't go down. I mean, I'm sure he is too.
Covington, a screen on Payne. And he lobs it up to the rim.
You can really feel the momentum swinging in their direction.
Yeah, but they can't relax. They've got to keep building on this lead because it is not safe.
Phoenix calls timeout. Just under 2.5 minutes into this third quarter now. Payne against Jackson. Right wing. Pass to Shaman. Here he goes. Oh, deflected. Down low. 6 on the shot clock. Drops in the layup for 2.
These are exactly the kind of shots they want to generate each and every time down the floor.
Second half of play, and we're 3 minutes into the third here. And the dunk by Jackson.
And he just driving the stake in him there.
He's a guy who just never lets up.
And that finish shows you how dangerous he can be as a passer and a finisher.
He drops it from range.
And what kind of defense was that? You can't give up wide open threes like that. What are you doing?
Jackson attacking. And the Clippers again with a bucket.
Since half, there's been a stark contrast between these teams. I'm talking about efficiency at the offensive end.
And start with their defense. They've been intense on that end, and they can actually help their offense as well.
Second shot opportunity. Lee on the wing. There's the drive. Pass to Crowder. Fires the 3. The putback. Controls the rebound and the putback.
The effort, the position, the timing, all there.
And add instincts to that. He can sense where the rebound's going to go. Now here's Jackson. And the dunk by Jackson.
I tell you, a little extra pressure on D when you're up against a point guard who can elevate.
It doesn't make it easy, does it?
Yeah, hard to strategize for a guy who can make a pass or a play like this right in your face.
And what an aggressive move to the rim. He's really trying to fire up his teammates right now.
Boy, it's not hard to feel inspired after a teammate makes that kind of finish.
And that could be the spark they needed to make a little run as they try to even this thing up.
And so here are the Clippers. The Suns getting their last shot to go. Here's Powell. There's a 4-second difference between the shot and game clock. And he stays with it. Pass to Crowder. Powell against Payne. Jackson outside. The shot. Rebounded by Payne. From deep. Ooh, he released it in time, but it's off the mark. And so it's Los Angeles with a 6-point lead at the close of the quarter.
Ladies and gentlemen, your Suns Youth Dance Team.
And with 3 quarters behind us, we'll start the fourth in what is still anybody's ball game. The Suns trailing. And on the floor for the Clippers here in the fourth. The two-way threats of George and Leonard are the wing pair. Morris and Zubac play together in the front court. And it's Wall in at the point guard position. Paul up again. Great positioning on the putback.
Impeccable timing from the towering big man. Aiden is someone you must box out, or this is what happens.
Now here's Wall. Pass to George. Zubac with a screen on Paul. The 2021-22 season felt like a lost one for the Clippers. Kawhi and Paul George both hurt.
So true. I mean, but BA, those two together, healthy, are scary. A finals-level duo. It kind of shows you how you can plan, build an awesome roster, but injuries can derail it all.
Now here's Paul. Booker with a screen on Wall. Outside Booker. This one for three. It's rebounded by Zubats. Zubats has got a rebound number 5 here tonight. And he's going to the line for 2. The official saw contact while he was going up. And it's going to go on Devin Booker. And some stats here, guys. The scoring breakdown for Los Angeles. And he can't hit the second.
And Kawhi Leonard, one of 3 perimeter players to win back-to-back Defensive Player of the Year awards. It's him, Sidney Moncrief, and a young Dennis Rodman. Flying in with the one-hand slam.
That right there was a statement finish. Kicks it to George. The 3 ball. Rebounded by Chris Paul. And for his career, Kawhi Leonard has more steals than fouls, Greg.
You know, B.A., he and Jimmy Butler, I believe, the only 2 players to achieve that after a decade in the league. A pretty remarkable achievement.
And that's how you defend. He wasn't showing any mercy with that swat.
Yeah, I love that they maintain the defensive energy even when they're behind.
Now here's Booker. Outside Johnson. The kick out to Paul. Shot clock at 5. Buries it from 3.
What quickness from Paul. Gets the ball and instantly puts up the shot. That's quick.
Outside Wall. It's George on the wing. Pass to Leonard. Takes a 3. Pure from 3-point range.
Man, this is just fun. These teams are trading threes back and forth.
This is today's NBA. Hey, we see this kind of exchange more often than not.
Now here's Booker. Left side Paul. It's stolen by Wall. Leonard against Paul. Kicks it to George. A touch under 2.5 minutes have passed now here in the 4th. Pass to Morris. Yes, and it's George picking up the assist. George has got 3 assists in the game.
This is why you put the ball in his hands. An accurate pass hitting a moving target.
Now here's Booker. Here's Ayton. And he banks in the layup. Ayton's gotten 4 this quarter.
Wow, we've seen Ayton step up in big moments, in big games, and deliver.
2 minutes remaining in the game. 2 minutes.
1:57 left in the game. George outside, just 5 to shoot. And Chris Paul clears it away.
He expects to make every one of those, and we expect him to make them too.
Check out Booker rising to meet the challenge. He wants so badly to deliver for his team.
Knocked loose and stolen by Paul. And now the Suns fast break. Here's Booker, and Booker with the jam.
Got to give him credit for jumping on the ball and making the most at the other end.
Boy, inexcusable at this point in the game. They got to be more composed in these moments.
An important 2 points, not just on the scoreboard, but also for a little bit of momentum.
Here's George. The Suns getting their last shot to go. Out on his own on the break. And Booker with the jam.
And since going to the finals back in 2021, Booker's earned the reputation of a winning player.
Ball pass to George. Pass to Zubats. Leonard with the ball. He's guarded by Bridges. Clock at 4. Bridges against Leonard. No good! Had a chance to end the run there. Here's Ayton. Back to Booker. Bridges down low. George defending. From deep, Johnson. It's good! From beyond the arc!
Talk about stepping up in a big way.
What a huge play, coming through when it matters most.
Out to Leonard. Launches it. And Ayton pulls it down. With one more board, he'd have a double-double.
Imposing his will physically tonight, showing a lot of fight.
Booker finds Paul. So it's The Suns taking the W in a close. Allie, thank you as always.
Steve, as we know, this should be a battle of the backcourts. And you know something about that. Who did you, when you played, love to face and play against?
Well, two of the guys that come to mind right offhand as far as backcourt players was Michael Jordan and Penny Hardaway. Love facing those guys. And then at the end of my career, I love watching Allen Iverson, not guarding him.
And the starting lineup for the Timberwolves. Two big men inside, Towns and Gobert. The backcourt guards are Russell and Edwards. And it's Prince in at the 3, the small forward. Here's Leonard. Gobert with the block.
The wingspan of Gobert is huge, and he uses it so well to deny shooters.
Edwards finds Towns. Back to Edwards. The Timberwolves working the ball around them. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
Even from over here, you can see that one pretty clearly.
This is his first free throw of the game. And so he makes both from the line. For the Clippers organization, GA, what do you think the goal is?
Well, it's clear to me, Kevin, get to the NBA Finals. The Clippers have never made it there. You can tell he put a lot of practice into that one. Wall's always ready to break out something slick if he's got the time and space.
Edwards drives in. Here's Towns. Makes it off the glass. 6 points for Karl Anthony Towns.
Just setting the tone with an aggressive move to the rack. And where's the help defensively?
No excuse. You have to be aware. He should be on your radar all the time.
And just taking pride in being their leader. These passes show Wall wants to make his teammates better.
Outside, Russell. Towns against Morris. Towns with the bucket. Towns has got 8.
And you see Big Cat has the size and coordination. Hard to bump him out of his rhythm.
George looking around. Down to 5 on the shot clock. The Clippers need to get off a shot. Such a wide open look. He has 5.
Once a weakness, Leonard's three-point shot is now a strength, a sharp weapon in his arsenal.
Russell passes to Towns. Out to Edwards. An intentional foul committed, but for what purpose, Greg, I'm not sure.
A scene of confusion right there. I can't imagine why he thought it was a good idea to foul there.
Stolen by Zubac.
Good eyes by the defense. Clearly, that's not where he wanted the pass to go, and he's frustrated.
Leonard with no one around. And again, Los Angeles with the triple.
Excellent pass, PG-13, keeping his eyes up, using his vision.
And Kawhi Leonard with multiple finals MVPs, putting him in elite company.
GA, not many guys have done it ever. The only other current players, KD and LeBron. That should tell you just how special the claw is.
And the Clippers decide to take their first time out here.
All right, everyone, here they are, your Clipper breakers. It's once again for your Clippers.
Los Angeles has gone 2 of 2 from three-point range here in the first quarter. Here's Wall, and then jammed down as he goes right over Rudy Gobert.
And still possesses that blinding quickness. Wall, terrific at reading defenses and angles and just knifing himself inside.
Russell kicks to Edwards. Into the lane. To halt the run, and it's good on the way in.
And don't let Edwards' position fool you. Anthony is built like a linebacker. That upper body strength helps him down low.
Here's Wall, and Wall with the slam.
Dunks aren't always for the big fellas.
A serious power move from the point.
Forget just laying it in. He wanted to make a statement.
Russell finds Edwards. And it's the Clippers with the rebound.
This is the shot you want right at the rim. He just couldn't deliver.
Prince against Leonard. And then Leonard with the dunk.
The decision-making of Leonard could have hit the roller, but already had the shot he wanted.
So looking it over. The kick out to Towns. 29 seconds left to play in the first. Score the basket. His fourth. He's only missed one of his 5 shots tonight.
Improving to be a prolific scorer from anywhere on the floor. That's a gimme for Towns.
George dishes the wall. Back to George. Shot clock at 6. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. It's going to be on Rudy Gobert.
The defense on George a little too tight there, but to have any chance against him, you have to challenge him.
And so he's able to get 1 of 2. Kawhi Leonard has been on display for the Clippers. He got into double digits for the quarter with 10. And hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. And a chance for just a second to check out the scoring breakdown for the Clippers.
Tonight, early on, this team is saying, forget the analytics. Let's take mid-range shots. They can be easy points.
And the other thing I've been impressed with, guys, is their assertiveness at attacking the paint, trying to hunt for those high percentage looks.
On the court for the Timberwolves as our second quarter is underway. Backcourt guards are Russell and Edwards. Underneath in the post, Towns and Gobert. And it's Prince in at the small forward.
Once Leonard gets going like this, look out. He's cooking and showing no signs of letting up.
Russell finds Towns. Back to Russell. The Timberwolves working the ball around now. Stolen by George. Wall passes to George. Morris with the ball. Outside, George driving to the basket.
And with those long strides, it takes Paul George no time to get to the rim.
Timberwolves trail by 9.
Well, in spite of the critics and the injuries, Paul George continues to produce one of the league's truly elite players.
It's in, and he's a very efficient 5 for 6 on the game.
And they've done well at taking advantage of some late defensive rotations and getting the ball in the paint.
Wall against Russell. And Wall kicks to George. And the rejection by Towns.
And when it's his focus, Towns is a very good shot blocker, both on ball and as a help defender. And when he gets in his head that he's going to get to the basket, very little you can do defensively.
And now we've got some time to check in from the sidelines. You got for us, DA?
Thanks very much. In recent years, the NBA has opened several international academies. Commissioner Adam Silver says huge numbers of people are playing basketball, but unless you take the best at a young age, get them facing elite competition and training under high-pressure circumstances, they won't develop into NBA-caliber players. Kevin?
Well, opening doors, David, that's always a good thing. Expansion. Thank you.
Letting it all hang out when George takes flight. Just enjoy the show. Huge challenge at the rim. The defender could not have played that any better.
Leonard dishes the Wall. And he banks in the layup. Wall's got the lead up to 13 now for the Clippers.
And that's too close. When Wall gets a shot that deep inside, it is almost automatic.
Gobert with a screen for Edwards. Back to Gobert. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. Well, if there's one thing, Greg, that defines a modern NBA big man, it is mobility.
And they've got to be able to move their feet and really play in space. Otherwise, they just can't stay on the floor in today's game.
A seasoned vet, Rudy Gobert, a double-double machine.
Zubac's a screen on Edwards. George, and then jammed down as he goes right over Rudy Gobert.
He's going to put that one in his scrapbook. Insane dunk.
And now they're starting to rub it in, build up a lead, and here we go, baby. It is showtime. Here's Towns. Paul George grabs the miss. And so it's Leonard with it. They'll bring it up for Los Angeles. In the second quarter, they've given up just 3 points. And Morris throws it down.
Great find by Leonard. When the offense runs through you time and time again, you have to become a good playmaker.
Outside, Towns. Russell with it. Guarded now by Morris. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. It's going to be on John Wall.
Nice work to get it inside and draw the contact.
And Towns drops them both.
Because he knows he makes a living at the line, he invites contact and sometimes even initiates it.
Russell against Wall. Outside, George. Zubats, he doesn't hit that one. The Timberwolves go the other way with it. Edwards inside, defended by George. Passes it to Towns. 5 on the clock. The second chance effort. Here's Gobert. Finds it again. And slam dunk by Gobert.
On the boards, Gobert is unstoppable, easily winning himself a second chance look.
It's Wall with the drive. And the wide open shot from Morris. That's good. And so Wall with the assist. Morris has got 7 points for the quarter. Russell left side. Edwards. And no good on the last second attempt this time. Thanks so much, David Wilson. Well, we've got a second half of basketball for you. We think it's going to be pretty good. A big comeback, though, is needed for this game to be competitive, and it probably has to happen quickly. You look at Towns, he's really been playing well.
Yeah, and just look at the numbers from the first half. He has been very efficient.
And it's not like everything's been at the rim. There's been a number of jump shots along the way.
So with Leonard on the bench, here's who Tyronn Lue's going with. Jackson is the point with Kennard on the wing. Norman Powell is out there with Robert Covington, and it's Batum in at the 5 spot. Forbes the pass to Anderson. Well-timed pass, and he goes straight to the bucket for the layup.
Cutting his teeth in the Spurs system, Forbes has improved at keeping his eyes up and finding the open man.
And here's Jackson. Pass to Covington. Outside for Jackson. Back to Covington. Beautiful dish, and the layup goes down. And the Clippers lead by 17.
That's the leadership they're looking for from Jackson. Staying patient, surveying the court, locates the open man.
And there's the pass to McDaniels. Here is Forbes, guarded by Jackson. Here's Noel. It's deflected.
A sneaky present at the defensive end. Nicholas Batum was all over that shot.
And we're about a minute and a half here into the second half. Outside Jackson. He kicks it to Powell. Batum sets a screen for Powell. Reed with the block. Here's Noel. Kennard covering. And we're just around 2 minutes into the final half of play now. McDaniels passes to Reed. Shoots over Powell. Reed gets the bucket. Reed's got 4 points now in the quarter.
Great pass to set your man up with a high percentage look.
Now here's Jackson. T right on him. Reed with the rebound. Timberwolves trail by 13. McDaniels in the post. Foul on him. Here's Noel. Pass to McDaniels from downtown. And it's the Clippers with the rebound. A little over 2.5 minutes off the clock in this final half of play. Outside for Batum. Back to Kennard. The 3-ball. Bangs home the trifecta.
When Kennard is that set up, he almost can't miss. Such a skilled shooter.
And the NBA has favored three-point shooting here as of late,
which has made players like Luke Kennard very valuable in the process, GA. The lefty stroke of Kennard is a thing of beauty, and he shoots the 3-ball with such confidence.
Los Angeles leading by 16. It's Covington on the wing. Back to Kennard. Covington setting the pick for Kennard. In the corner, Powell with it. Stolen. Stolen by Jackson. At the elbow, Batum. And Nicholas Batum with the slam.
Jackson, great anticipation on the steal, then quickly gets them out in transition.
Here's Noel. Still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring yet from him. Passes to Forbes. Here's Noel. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
That's a nice read. The value of keeping your eyes up.
And it's Jackson with the ball, bringing it up for the Los Angeles Clippers. It's a 16-point game. Kicks to Powell. Outside, Covington. Just 5 on the clock. Minnesota with the rebound. Forbes dishes to McDaniels. Timberwolves passing it around. A nice shot by Anderson.
Trying to become a better scorer on all 3 levels. This time, Anderson attacking the interior.
There's a 4-second difference from the shot clock to the game clock. Here's Covington. It's good. The assist this time from Jackson. Jackson's got 3 assists now in this one.
And Matador defense, that's one of the easiest shots he is ever going to see.
And this is what happens when you start to break your opponent's spirit. The resistance is no longer there.
Noel, no good. And so it's Los Angeles in command with a 16-point lead as the buzzer sounds. And while we can now, let's take a look at today's State Farm assist of the game.
And he sliced the D wide open with his speed. They had no chance to prevent that basket.
Creating plays for others, it's an art form, but it's also a discipline. Fantastic job.
And there may not be a lot of drama down the stretch as we head into the 4th quarter, but stranger things have happened. And a look at the 5 for the Timberwolves to start the 4th. Kyle Anderson is out there with Reed. Then there's McDaniels, and it's Forbes in at the 1.
Love the hustle from Robert Covington, making his presence felt in transition.
Here is Forbes. To the paint, here's Reed. He can't get that one to fall. Great D that time from Batum. Covington kicks to Batum. Back to Covington. Batum a screen on Anderson. And here's Covington from the arc. Rebounded by the Timberwolves. 1 minute now into this 4th quarter. Covington with the steal. Oh, and here we go. Jackson, nobody back. Now Covington. Lobbed up there for Powell. Takes the alley-oop pass and dunks it down.
Beautiful dime from Covington. He doesn't hesitate to share the ball.
Here is Forbes, guarded by Jackson. There's the double team with Covington. Anderson's shot is off. Clippers leading by 20. And we've made our way through just over a minute and a half in this 4th quarter.
using that athleticism to convert the alley-oop. Covington is simply a difference maker out there.
Here's Noel, and he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. What do you guys think so far about the offensive approach for the Clippers?
They are dominating the paint in this one. Consistent work inside throughout the game.
And during this game, they sliced the D apart by just attacking the rim, flat out dominating them inside.
And it's a completely new group for Los Angeles. Big group substitution now for Minnesota. Rudy Gobert, he's checked in for Reed. Towns comes in for Anderson. Prince is checked in for McDaniels. And it's Russell in for Bryn Forbes. He gets it in there.
And the way Towns makes scoring look effortless, it's what makes him one of the game's best players.
Ball taking his time here. Leonard on the wing, guarded by Prince. Fires the three. They get it back. Zubac kicks to Leonard. Clock at 6. And it's off from three-point range. Timberwolves trail by 18. Down low. Here's Gobert. And slam dunk by Gobert.
Look at the unselfishness by Prince. Doesn't have what he wants. Keeps the ball moving.
2 minutes remaining in the game. 2 minutes.
Ball against Gobert. Oh, and they get in the way of the alley-oop. Not to be. Good play defensively. Stolen by George. Now, here's Zubac. A minute 42 left to play in the final quarter. 6 to shoot. Nobody near George. And again, no good by the Clippers.
And tonight's battle is going to end with a very clear winner, leaving nothing to chance. Impressive win for the Clippers.
They really had it going, guys. Their offense propelled them.
In this case, it was the higher shooting percentage that made the difference and earned them the W.
And we watched one guy all night long, guys, and looking at the stats just confirms what a dominant game he had. What a night tonight it was for Leonard.
You know, he was flying around on both ends of the floor. Terrific energy and enthusiasm, and that rubbed off on his teammates. I thought he was a catalyst tonight.
And here's Leonard from 3. Los Angeles with a fresh shot clock. A 3 from Morris. No good. Shot missing. And so it's Russell with it. He brings it up for Minnesota. So far in the fourth quarter, they've allowed just 6 points.
On the heels of this run, you wonder where was this effort earlier on?
Well, the question becomes, are they playing that much better now, or has their opponent taken the rest of the night off?
Out to Morris. Trying to get something going, and the layup is good.
Impressive job by the players, coaches, and don't discount the impact of these fans.
They gave the team tremendous energy tonight. The fans were fantastic. It was a true home court advantage.
A kick out to Towns. Lets the 3 fly. It's hauled in by Zubac. Leonard looking around. From deep. That one, no good. Here's Noel. So it's Los Angeles swing this one east. Thank you, David. Great interview once again. Well, folks, that's going to...
ball movement, Grant.
Yeah, they really do. I mean, there's a great feel that these teams play with. Two of the smartest teams in the league. They focus on sharing the basketball and keeping everyone involved. This is a matchup for the purist.
And a look at Minnesota's opening lineup. The backcourt, it's Russell and Edwards. Towns and Gobert, the towering big men at the 4 and the 5. And it's Prince in at the 3, the small forward.
Well, just putting the ball on the deck. Towns so aggressive in everything he does.
Here's Paul. Pass to Ayton. And he was fouled while in the act of shooting, so he'll take 2 free throws. And when Ayton isn't playing basketball, either the live or video game version, he's often drawing.
Yeah, I mean, he grew up wanting to be an architect. I actually hear that he loves blueprints, but probably his most famous sketch, himself dunking on Joel Embiid his rookie year.
Russell finds Edwards, shoots over Booker, and he can't bank that one in.
Listen, simply put, he's got to finish that. It's not like the defender was right on top of him.
Ooh, the deft touch on the lob.
You know, guys, that's the selfless attitude of Mikal Bridges, so willing to give it up to an open guy.
Russell, the pass to Edwards. Driving inside. That shot, no good. And Phoenix the other way now. Bridges outside. Up top, Booker. For 3. It's rebounded by Rudy Gobert. The Timberwolves have gone 1 for 3 so far. Edwards, the pass to Towns. And Mikal Bridges picks up the foul. That's his first foul of the game.
First team foul.
And just around a minute and a half into this first quarter. Russell, the pass to Towns. And he got the whistle on the way up. So he'll be headed to the line for a pair. It's going to be on Cameron Johnson.
I love when Karl Anthony Towns is aggressive to score and willing to embrace the contact. Well, you think about the resurgence for Karl Anthony Towns in the 21-22 season. Selected to his 3rd All-Star game, he actually won the three-point contest, and consider in the regular season, 50, 40, 80% shooting. Really sound basketball. Boy, a really soft touch on display. It is a luxury to have a big man who can hit from the line at a consistent rate.
Ayton. To the paint. Ooh, Gobert with a steal. To the middle. And he makes no mistake. Slam dunk.
This guy is a fantastic finisher near the hoop. Taurean Prince with an emphatic 2.
And for Towns, team success was the biggest change for him in that 2021-22 season.
It was, B.A., because when you consider out of his first 7 seasons in the league, it's only the 2nd time his team finished with a winning record. But Towns is looking to make that a regular occurrence from this point forward.
Attacking in the painted area. Clearly that was their game plan coming in.
Paul against Towns. Pass to Booker. And Booker with the jam.
Well, make the right play at the rim. Devin Booker sees an opportunity and doesn't hesitate.
Minnesota in the lead. Outside Russell. Outside Edwards. Out to the right wing. 6 to shoot. Towns into the lane. Oh, rejected by Ayton.
Boy, Ayton's reach is absolutely incredible. Great anticipation. That is nice defense.
That one's good. Give the assist to Booker.
His nimbleness makes him a unique threat at the rim.
For Minnesota, they've gone 3 of 6 from the floor. And there's 1:38 left in the opening quarter. Edwards against Booker. Edwards can't hit.
That's the shot you hope for. Right at the rim, just couldn't capitalize.
Well, you know the Timberwolves are a young squad, Doris. When will it be their time, you think?
I think, B.A., when you have a talent that is the anchor of your organization, which they have in Karl Anthony Towns, Cat is one of the most talented big men, most polished offensive players that we've seen in the NBA. couple him with Anthony Edwards and Rudy Gobert, and I think you now have to start looking to be a consistent winner. I am anxious to see what this team does this year. What we know about D'Angelo Russell is this guy is a dynamic, aggressive scorer. The key is he's got to extend his minutes playing under control. If he does that, lights out.
Now here's Russell. Pass to Towns. The Suns clear it. Outside Paul. And here's Bridges. Back to Paul. It's blocked by Gobert.
Defensively, few players have had a bigger impact than Rudy Gobert. That combination of energy and length and commitment, so good defensively.
They grab their own miss. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
That'll drive your coach crazy, failing to box out. Ugh.
And to me, this is a common theme that's running through the league right now. Guys looking to leak out rather than box out.
Here's Bridges. Here he goes. And it's Bridges with the jam.
If you overplay Mikal Bridges to take the jump shot, that's creating driving lanes, and he'll take advantage.
Pass to Towns from downtown. And they recover it. Here's Gobert. And the jam by Gobert.
So long, so athletic. Rudy Gobert with a big-time dunk.
And still a close game as the first quarter comes to a close. Timberwolves ahead, up by 3. And the second quarter is up. And if you're just joining us, it's been a pretty even game through the first quarter. And before we move on, what do you guys think about what we've seen from the Timberwolves?
Well, it's pretty obvious. I mean, cashing in on extra opportunities. That's how they built this early lead.
Yeah, the defense hasn't been there. They are getting hammered on second chance opportunities.
The deadly pair of Paul and Booker are the backcourt. Bridges and Johnson fill up the forward spots. And it's Ayton in at the 5. That's the Suns' 5 as we get into the second quarter. The Suns trailing. The kick out to Johnson. Pass to Booker. Now here's Ayton. Rebounded by the Timberwolves. Gobert's got 5 rebounds tonight.
Even on the years he's not winning Defensive Player of the Year, Rudy Gobert finds a way to finish in the top 3. This is one of the most consistent elite defenders in the game.
Booker's shot is good.
Well, that's the moneymaker, right? Devin Booker will go all night from three-point range if you allow it.
Russell against Paul. Here's Towns. And so he draws the foul, headed to the line to shoot a pair. Endorsed with Gobert, it still feels like he doesn't get the credit he deserves.
And BA, at this point, I find that inexcusable. You just watch the game and understand the metrics to see the massive impact that Rudy Gobert has on winning. It is not only on the defensive end either.
Russell against Paul. Outside for Booker. Back to Paul. Outside Booker. 4-3. It's good. The assist that time from Paul. Booker's got 8 points.
You've got to be shot ready in this instance. On the catch, prepared to shoot. Devin Booker, yes, sir.
Edwards against Booker. Here's Brent. Outside Russell. Paul with a steal. In transition, here come the Suns. Oh, and the jam by Ayton.
Well, DeAndre Ayton is capable of outrunning almost every other big in the league. Nice job in transition.
Russell to pass to Edwards. Oh, Booker with a block. Pass to Ayton. Three-pointer, Bridges. Another 3 for Phoenix. And breaking down some numbers here, the hustle stats for Phoenix.
They've been pretty intimidating on the defensive end, knocking away shootings, containing shooters, and making it tough to find looks.
And boy, have they started out quick, running the floor, taking advantage of their speed.
You know, Grant, sometimes with certain flagrant fouls, you'll hear people say it was a dirty play, but not a dirty player. But when does it become both?
Well, we all understand, B.A., dirty plays aren't good for the game, but sometimes a flagrant foul will happen. A lot of times, though, you have to factor in a pattern of behavior. I really believe players who have a history of being called for a lot of flagrant fouls plays a big role in how it's perceived.
Towns with the ball, and Johnson picks him up defensively. And that one's good.
Oh, big-time athletic play by Cat right there. Brushes off the contact, gets to his finish. Nicely done.
Outside for Booker. Yes, and it's Paul with the assist that time. Booker's got 9 points now in the quarter.
He's a go-to guy for them because he's that consistent. Time and time again, he delivers.
Russell, the pass to Towns. Fires from deep. Rebounded by Chris Paul. Paul's got 5 rebounds tonight.
And the Phoenix Suns have been a completely different team since acquiring Chris Paul. He's the leader of this team, and he helps set the tone on both ends.
Back to Johnson. And another basket for Phoenix.
This game's taken on a whole new look thanks to this run.
This is a dominant stretch. I am so impressed with how they played together as a unit over this last stretch.
Russell, the pass to Edwards. Now Towns. Just 5 on the clock. Second chance effort, and it's good. Fought through contact, hit the shot, and will go to the line.
Shooting for Minnesota.
That one misses for Towns.
Well, Karl Anthony Towns, one of those 5 men that you can play in a big lineup, you can play in a small lineup. Because of the diversity of his offensive game, you can mix his spots on the floor. So important.
Pass to Prince. Tries again. And he can't connect. He's 1 for 3 in this game. And Paul gets it to go. Paul's got his first 2 points.
Chris Paul not only has a great handle, but man, his footwork is so good.
Shot clock and game clock. 1 second differential. Edwards, the pass to Towns. The rebound by Bridges. Bridges has got his 4th rebound in this one. Paul finds Johnson. Yes, and it's Paul with the assist that time. And it's a 12-point Phoenix lead.
Night after night, game after game, Chris Paul understands where to put the ball and when. Nicely done.
And we finished off 1 half of play. This 19. Wasn't too much drama in the first half, but maybe things will tighten up here in the second. Boy, we're seeing a tremendous game from Devin Booker.
He's hit shot after shot from deep. He's so locked in right now.
Well, the break certainly didn't have a cooling effect on him at all. He's in a great rhythm, looking comfortable and confident.
On the court for the Timberwolves. Bryn Forbes out there with Jalen Noel. Then it's Jaden McDaniels. Then there's Kyle Anderson. And it's Reed in at the 5 spot. Well, the Timberwolves struck gold by getting the #1 pick in the 2015 and 2020 NBA drafts.
You are so right, B.A. Selecting Karl Anthony Towns and Anthony Edwards, respectively. 2 important players that have already had a tremendous impact on this team. The big-time throwdown.
Check him out. Keeps the grip on that rim after the finish. A little extra emphasis. Lee misses.
A wasted trip down the floor. That's not a good shot at all.
Well, missed opportunities, and they can certainly add up. You cannot afford to take that kind of shot. That's the idea. You work the ball into that area. It's a sweet spot.
And for those tuning in, we're about a minute into this second half. Phoenix no good that time either.
Boy, a wide open shot from his favorite spot. That is one he'd like to have back.
Inside. That shot is off. And Phoenix the other way now. The biggest lead of the game, 15 points. Here's Lee. And the layup falls. And the Suns lead by 13.
Well, you love Crowder's willingness to distribute the basketball. His vision allows him to set his teammates beautifully.
Anderson passes to McDaniels. Here's Forbes. Oh, plenty of contact on that shot. Officials call the foul, and he'll take 2 free throws now.
The defense there doing whatever they can to protect the rim.
And the first one at the line is good.
Forbes taking 2 shots.
Hits both from the stripe. Just over 1.5 minutes have passed in the third quarter. Here's Shaman. And he lobs it up. Oh, and Reed with a block. And he recovers it. Yep, that one goes. The Timberwolves have got 2 of 3 from the floor in this third quarter. To the inside. A slam dunk by Reed.
Well, what he lacks in size for a typical center, he makes up for with all that athleticism. Boy, can he elevate.
From 17, here's Landale. Good setup. Led him to the rack perfectly for the layup.
And the defense has no one to blame but themselves. I mean, they just let him get right to the rim.
To me, this has simply stated been a complete lack of defensive attention and focus all night long.
Reed can't hit. The Suns have gotten 4 of 7 shots to drop in the third. And here's Crowder from the arc. Sinks it from distance.
Remarkable confidence from Crowder, pulling up with no hesitation. Love the separation he created.
Up top, Anderson. Well, no scoring yet from him, but that's likely to change. Here's Forbes. Another shot. And that one good.
Well, you love the persistence on the offensive glass. All about effort right now.
1:52 left in the third. They swipe it. Pass to McDaniels. Here's Forbes. To the paint. Here's Anderson. Crowder grabs the miss. Phoenix has gotten 5 of their 9 attempts from deep to go. It's Shamet on the wing. Puts up a 3. The rebound by the Timberwolves. Outside McDaniels. Yep, count it.
Well, easy money, right? I like the strategy. Go inside, get a high percentage look.
Now here's Payne. Defense right on him. Can't hit from in close. For Minnesota, they've gone 5 for 9 from the floor in the third quarter. McDaniels passes to Reed. Laid it in with a nice touch off the window. Reed's got 6.
How about the timing? Can be the difference between an assist and a turnover. Nice delivery.
Here's Shaman. Pass to Landale. Crafty move. Oh, nice fake, but the layup's off the mark. For Minnesota, they've gotten 6 of 10 shots to fall in this third quarter. A nice shot by Forbes.
That right there, that's the kind of look this system is designed to create.
9 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. On the wing, Crowder. Pass to Lee. Back to Crowder.
And they can run out the clock here. No need to rush it.
Well, it's trying to close the quarter strong, and by that, take a great shot without giving them an opportunity for another one down the other end.
4 seconds left. Here's Landale. Ooh, nothing falling for them right now. And so it's the Phoenix Suns closing out this quarter with a 7.
Ladies and gentlemen, your Suns Houston team.
With 3 quarters behind us, let's see what this fourth period holds in store. The Timberwolves trail. Bridges and Johnson fill up the forward spots. The deadly pair of Paul and Booker are the backcourt. And it's Ayton in at the 5 down low. So that's the lineup on the floor for the Suns. Towns down low. Oh, that's something else, man!
Beautiful.
Wow, the size and speed of Towns, a natural-born highlight reel.
Blocked by Gobert. And now the T-Wolves on the break. And it's powered home by Towns.
The best way to get a clean look is with those quick hitters on the break.
What a beautiful fast break opportunity, and the finish pretty good.
Outside Booker. The kick out to Johnson. Here's the three. Towns with a rebound. Towns has got 4 rebounds now. And Edwards, here we go. Johnson with the defensive effort. The Suns leading. Booker finds Ayton. Rebounded by the Timberwolves. Towns has got 5 rebounds in the game. Edwards, a pass to Russell. Nice D from Paul. The Suns have gone 0 for 3 in this fourth. Not good. Outside Booker. Russell with the rebound. The Timberwolves have gotten half of their attempts to fall in the fourth. 2 for 4 now. Gobert gets the bucket.
We think first of Rudy Gobert as a defender, but this guy has the instincts and touch, even against good defense. Nice, Rudy.
A moment to hear from Allie LaForce.
Thanks, guys. I got a chance to hear what Monty Williams was saying to his team. He told them this is a game that we can win. It's a game we should win. We've matched those guys step for step. From this point forward, let's try to force them to play at our tempo.
Okay, thank you, Allie. Ball passes to Ayton. The kick out to Johnson. Here's Paul on the take. The shot no good. Now Minnesota takes it the other way. Edwards with it. Lays it up and banks it in. And the Timberwolves lead by 1.
Yeah, Anthony Edwards in the painted area is going to be a force. Size, strength, and hops. Look out.
Edwards against Booker. A shot to stop the drought. Count it.
It's one thing to know your team counts on you to deliver big buckets. It's another to take that responsibility and run with it. Go ahead, Mr. Booker.
Outside Russell. Inside. Here's Towns. That shot's good. Russell making the play.
How about the calm demeanor of Towns? Well made for pressure situations.
Ball against Russell. Oh, he hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
DeAndre Ayton with a big-time shot. Go ahead, young sir.
Now here's Edwards. Pass to Towns. The 3 is up. The rebound by Devin Booker. Bridges down low. Prince is there. Bridges misses. Oh, got a piece of it. Towns with the ball. And it's powered home by Towns.
Boy, the well-rounded offensive arsenal allows Cat to deliver consistently on the offensive end. And boy, he is in rhythm right now.
Johnson with a bucket. Coming down the stretch. It's still anyone's game.
Incredible effort and energy on both sides. These guys must be gassed.
Russell, pass to Edwards. Here's Gobert. Outside for Russell. Outside Edwards. There's the drive. And Edwards slams it in.
Oh, the young gun, Anthony Edwards with the big-time delivery.
Ball against Russell.
Cash. Great to see guys who don't back down under pressure.
To me, more often than not, when you attack, good things happen.
Pass to Towns. To the middle. Here's Edwards. And Edwards slams it in.
Oh, give you a little sauce, Anthony Edwards. Rise high and finish over the defender.
Down low. Just 2 seconds between the shot clock and the game clock. The finish! Money!
That's an important bucket. Now they have to guard the perimeter tight. No threes at all.
Edwards against Paul. Outside for Booker. The three. And buries it from deep.
Such a clutch shooter. This guy lives for these kinds of moments and delivers.
And Minnesota calls time here. They're down by 1. There's 10 seconds left in the final quarter.
Ball for Minnesota. Let's make some noise. Let's go!
Here's Towns. Oh, he missed it! So it's the Suns taking the W in a close one. What a performance they had here at home today.
looking to leave town. A lot of focus on the guard matchup tonight, Greg. Both these teams rely on their backcourts to lead the way for them.
And if anything, it should make for an entertaining basketball game. And it becomes a little bit of a chess match when it's a backcourt duel. Those are always fun.
So the opening lineup for the Suns. The small and power forwards are Bridges and Johnson. Ball and Booker, the talented backcourt pair. And it's Ayton in at the center, locking down the middle. And here's Wall. Morris with the screen for Wall. Over in the corner, Zubats. No good from outside.
Well, that's not a shot he's ever going to pass up, and he shouldn't. Despite the miss, no defender anywhere near him. He's got to shoot that one.
And the foul is called. He intentionally grabbed him there for some reason. I don't know.
Kevin, all I can think of is that he's trying to slow the game down a little bit.
Right.
That's a stretch, though. Definitely a strange move on his part.
Drills it from outside.
Chris Paul came into the league playing unselfish, continues to do so. What a dime.
After being selected first overall in the 2018 draft, some teams question if DeAndre Ayton was worthy of that.
Well, it took time for Ayton to find his comfort zone, and all of a sudden became a key piece that nobody's questioning much anymore as an inside rebounder, rim protector, and a guy who can score at a high level when asked to.
Paul passes to Booker. They double team Johnson. Bridges, no one around him. Good, and it's Johnson with the assist that time. Bridges has got a couple of threes now in the first for the Suns. Wall against Paul. And Wall kicks to George. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
And when you look at Paul George, I mean, he's been in the middle of a couple monster trades.
Well, PG exchanged for two future All-Stars in Sabonis and Oladipo going to Indy. And then that massive trade to L.A., the Thunder got SGA and a boatload of picks. It just shows you how much value Paul George has. And trust me, he's very much valued by the team he's on. I don't think the defense does enough out there to bother him. I think that one's all on him. Just a flat-out miss.
Here's Ayton. First shot, first basket. He's out of the blocks fast.
Ayton pouring a foundation there on the inside, just living in the paint.
Here's Wall. Rebounded by DeAndre Ayton.
A lot of defenders choose to just back up off of him when he's in that tight, try to avoid the and one, and this time they're not backing off.
Bridges shot, good.
And they are starting to pull away here as the shots continue to fall.
Start to feel their confidence. That's the difference between the success they're having now and the struggles they faced earlier.
And there's the call on Devin Booker. That'll be his second foul of the game.
I mean, that's a tough break for the D. I mean, he took the hit and drew the whistle.
Leonard inside. He's against Bridges, and the shot goes in.
Well, go ahead and try to stop Kawhi Leonard, and he'll just move the ball to the open man.
All against Paul. Johnson in the corner. Booker the pass to Bridges. Paul dishes to Ayton. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot two here.
And since 1999, the Clippers and the Lakers have shared their downtown LA arena. The only NBA team to split a venue, but that's going to change soon.
The Clippers broke ground on their new arena, set to open in Inglewood in 2024. I've seen the footprint. You fly right into LAX, and you see it every time. It's going to be beautiful.
And that'll be huge for the Clips. They're trying to create their own identity in Southern California. Having a venue just for the Clippers will help.
They turn over the 24-second buzzer, signaling the shot clock violation. Paul outside to the inside. In the corner, it's Bridges. Paul outside. Kicks it out to Johnson. Here's the three. Offensive rebound. Ayton the pass to Paul. Suns moving the ball around. Goes back up. Nice move. And Ayton with the layup. Ayton's got 5 points so far.
You know, if Ayton continues to play with that kind of effort, possession by possession, he's a real tough cover.
Wall finds George. Now here's Zubats. And the dunk by Zubats.
Oh, Kevin, not a penny, not a Manny, but a facial.
Oh, a bounce to the ounce, Greg? Yeah, showing off the bunnies. Kicks it out to Johnson. Booker with no one around. Dives for it. And the Suns get it back from deep three-point range. An absolute bomb from three-point range.
This is what you like to see from Booker, just firing with confidence right off the catch.
Wall passes to Zubats. Here's Morris. It doesn't go for him. Some solid defense from Ayton. Pass to Booker. Lets it go with a three. Another three for Phoenix.
Displaying intensity right off the opening tip, especially on the offensive end.
Yeah, if you walked in at any point during this game to watch 5 minutes of play, one team played harder. We know who that was.
And so it... And welcome back to the second quarter of action. Plenty of basketball left to play, but this one has been one-sided so far. And a moment now to quickly take a look at the offensive approach for the Suns.
Absolutely dialed in from beyond the arc so far in this one. The defense is surrendering the long-range shot here early on.
Love the passing that they displayed at the start of the game. Great ball movement that's opening up some chances without really getting deep into the execution.
On the court right now, second quarter starting for the Suns. Ball and Booker, the talented backcourt pair. The small and power forwards are Bridges and Johnson. And it's Ayton in at the center. Ball looking over the floor. On the wing, Bridges. And the foul called on Marcus Morris. That is his first foul of the game.
First personal foul. First team foul.
Leonard with the steal. Wall finds Morris. Rebounded by DeAndre Ayton. Ayton's got 4 rebounds now tonight. Booker the pass to Bridges. Inside. And Ayton throws it down.
So he passes to the wide open man. Bridges developing some team chemistry.
Leonard against Bridges. And Kawhi Leonard with the slam.
Yeah, he just punched the ticket on that one. That'll get the job done.
Powerful two-hand jam.
And talking about a franchise that has done a complete 180, look no further than the Phoenix Suns. Before 2021, they hadn't even been to the playoffs in 10 years.
Booker. 6 on the shot clock. From outside the arc. That's good, and he's now 3 for 4 from the field.
Well, Booker's looking for any shot. Those corner threes have to look pretty easy to him.
Paul against Wall. Outside for George. Back to Wall. Beyond the arc. Booker pulls it in. In just 4 seasons, Phoenix, Greg, went from last in the conference to the best record in the entire NBA. It's been an unbelievable story.
And there's a lot of talent on this team, not to mention a great coach in Monty Williams. The future is bright for this franchise.
Leonard with the steal. Here's Wall. That's good, and it's Leonard with the assist.
Stellar anticipation by Leonard to create the fast break opportunity. That's why he's a perennial Defensive Player of the Year candidate.
Ball against Wall. Ayton kicks to Bridges. Passes it to Johnson. Over Morris. Got a piece of it. 5 on the clock. Leonard with the steal. Down low. And with that shot, the Suns' lead is cut down now to just 12 on the basket from Wall.
Inside, outside, it doesn't matter. Like how Wall attacks and looks to score when the opportunity presents itself.
On the wing, Johnson. The ball. To the paint, here's Bridges, and it's slammed in by Bridges.
And despite the size disadvantage, attacking the heart of that defense.
Yeah, no stopping him on that play. Sometimes even the taller defenders are helpless to stop him.
And after not playing for a season, John Wall back in action, bought out by the Rockets, and he signs with the Clippers. If he can get back to where he was, that's a huge win for the Clippers. Could serve as a deadly third option for LA.
A shake. Paul kicks to Ayton. Bridges inside. He's covered by Leonard. 6 to shoot. And here's Booker from the arc. It's hauled in by the Clippers. Leonard with the ball. Bridges covering. Here's Wall. That ball, nice speed that time from George. George has got 3 assists now in this one. Knocked loose. Wall with the steal. The pass to Zubats. And the dunk by Zubats.
And this is where PG, at his height, because of his size, he's got that advantage to see over the defense and locate the open man.
And Booker puts up a deep 3. And again, it's the Suns missing.
He missed that one, but I've seen him drill shots from that distance in warm-up.
Oh, no, I know he can make it, but that's warm-ups, so maybe just a step too far.
Leonard, the pass to George. Clock at 6. To the inside. And stolen by Ayton. It's a 4-second differential between the shot clock and game clock. Booker with it. Guarded now by Morris. Back to Booker. With the drive. And the dunk by Booker.
And Booker taking a little bit of it out on the rim that time.
Now here's Wall. 7 points in the game. To the middle. Here's Zubats. And the dunk by Zubats.
2 teammates connecting right there. Slick feed.
And a deep 3 from Booker. And the last shot before the buzzer is off. All right, David, thank you. We'll be back.
Your Clippers, 25. The Suns, 34.
And we've got third quarter of basketball for you. 2 quarters in the books. What a game we're seeing from Mikal Bridges.
Well, we'll find out if they were able to find an answer for him over the break. He was scoring with ease in that first half.
Yeah, just way too easy out there, and I'm sure coach is going to make that a priority at halftime.
So with George on the bench, here's who Tyronn Lue's going with. Jackson is the point with Kennard on the wing. Robert Covington out there with Powell, and it's Batum in at the 5.
In the 2021 playoffs, you remember Reggie Jackson came up huge for the Clippers, averaging almost 18 points a game before they finally lost to the Suns in the Western Conference Final.
And they've got to talk to each other on D there. Miscommunication, and now he's able to make a pay.
Kennard kicks to Covington. Kennard on the wing. Shoots over Shamet. Off the left rim and out. Well, for Jackson, he earned himself a new contract, Brent, and starting point guard duties because of that playoff.
With both Kawhi Leonard and Paul George missing most of the 21-22 season, Reggie Jackson took the Clippers to the 8th seed in the West, carried a lot of the scoring load consistently for the Clippers, and he led the team in both points and assists.
Payne passes to Shamet. Here's Crowder. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. Robert Covington picks one up.
And it's pretty crowded in there for Crowder. He gets to the line.
First trip to the free throw line for him in this one.
And hey, how about the career for a guy like Jay Crowder?
This guy has played some bully ball, and he doesn't mind playing inside. And I think guys love to have a guy who takes on that physical responsibility to be the tough guy on the team, something Jay Crowder enjoys doing himself. Just dicing through the lane there was Reggie Jackson.
Now Payne. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet. He dishes it to Lee. pass to Crowder. Fires from 18. That one falls. And the Suns lead by 12.
Crowder can knock down a mid-range shot from time to time.
Now here's Jackson. Payne covering. Jackson kicks to Powell. Outside for Jackson. Back to Covington. The Clippers need to get off a shot. And there it is for him. Jackson's got 6.
Well, the defense wasn't ready for Jackson to pull that quick one.
Here's Payne. Outside Crowder. Can't nail the jumper.
So weird. Sometimes when you get that much time, it can throw you off just as much as having no time.
That's in, and the Suns lead is cut down to just 8 points on the bucket from Powell.
And how about Norman Powell getting in there, playing aggressive on the glass?
Payne passes to Crowder. There's the triple. Crowder with another miss. And so Powell will bring it up for the Los Angeles Clippers. Pass to Kennard. And the layup is good after a nice lead pass. Kennard's got his first points in this one.
And he got a good look at the hands of Covington. After missing the playoffs for 10 consecutive seasons, boy, the Suns not only got to the postseason in 21, they made it all the way to the finals. So what a turnaround for that franchise.
Clippers trail by 6. Jackson passes to Kennard. Outside for Batum. A 3 off the mark. Phoenix has gone 1 of 2 from beyond the arc since coming out of the break. Pass to Landale. It's tipped. Stolen by Jackson. Crowder against Kennard. Jackson deciding where to go with it. Count it. And now it's just a 4-point Suns lead. It's been quite a turnaround, hasn't it, Brent, for Phoenix? Ever since they acquired Chris Paul in that trade from Oklahoma City, they've been a different team.
Yeah, and I don't think you can really give enough credit to what it is that Chris Paul has brought, along with the combination and relationship that he has with Monty Williams. I mean, that leadership with that young roster and giving those guys belief has elevated the play of everybody who's put on that uniform.
And here's Los Angeles. They've gone on a 10-2 run, not allowing much. An intentional foul committed, but for what purpose, Greg, I'm not sure.
A scene of confusion right there. I can't imagine why he thought it was a good idea to foul there.
And Phoenix with a whole new group on the floor.
An efficient score. Norman Powell can fill it up when given the opportunity.
He does score from anywhere on the floor, but it's defensive versatility that I think really helps him, because he can match up with smaller guards. He can get underneath bigger wings, and that defense really allows him to stay on the floor to complement the other offensive players that are producing.
Catching up on the changes for Los Angeles. Zubac is checked in for Batum. Marcus Morris comes in for Robert Covington. Paul George, he's checked in for Luke Kennard. And it's John Wall in for Jackson. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
Defense tends to overcommit just because Booker's such a great offensive threat. That time he used it to his advantage.
No good on the second free throw.
And really the smart thing would be to hold for the last shot.
Every second right now is valuable to you. That should be their strategy.
And Wall kicks to Leonard. From 17 feet out, it's still anybody's game as we've reached the end of 3. Phoenix ahead. Up. And a chance right now to show you our State Farm assist of the game.
And the definition of teamwork right there, guys. I mean, what great communication between them, and what a beautiful feat.
The coaches talk about it all the time, but to be able to play with that kind of feel, nice play, collaborating, improvising, and organic.
Well, what a terrific game it's been so far, with this fourth quarter sure to bring more pressure-packed basketball. On the court for the Suns, the small and power forwards are Bridges and Johnson. Ball and Booker, the talented backcourt pair. And it's Ayton in at the 5 down low.
Man, that one looked good all the way. Paul George from deep range.
Booker against George. Stolen by George. The pass to Leonard. Outside for George to take the lead. That's good, and it's Leonard with the assist. Leonard's got his 4th assist in this one. In a moment here to take a look at some hustle stats for the Clippers.
All game long, they've had active hands and really out in the passing lanes. And that aggression on defense has resulted in a ton of steals.
Something else that has stood out is their up-tempo offense. And these guys have been on the track all game long. They're creating high percentage looks, getting out there on the fast break.
Brent, looking back, the Clippers have really put things together over the last decade.
They have injuries have been a factor the past couple seasons, so they haven't competed at the level certainly that their owner wants to, but they're trying to keep this core group of guys together. And if they do that and they get health, there's a lot of talent there and a lot of guys who've done it on the biggest of stages.
George looking around. A beautiful reverse layup. George has got the lead up to 4 now for the Clippers.
And you've got to give them a lot of credit for just battling back into this game.
Well, there's an ebb and flow. They had a hard time earlier, but now flow.
And while we've got a moment, let's send it over to our terrific reporter, David Aldridge. David?
Hey guys, I had a chance to listen to what Monty Williams discussed with his players. His emphasis was for more effort on the defensive end. He said we have to do a better job of communicating and helping each other out. They're getting too many easy looks. Let's make it hard on them. Kevin, they're going to have to if they're going to slow down the hot shooting of their opponent.
Thank you, David. Pass to Zubac. Back to George. And George with the stuff.
George gets it going, and he is a rock right now on offense. Sturdy, steady, and strong.
George against Booker. The dish to Ayton. Kicks it out to Paul. Stolen by Zubac. Just a little under 2.5 minutes have passed now here in the 4th. Here's Leonard. Oh, and the jam by Leonard.
And so little can be done to stop that. Leonard with the jets to screen down the lane, then tops it off with the thunder finish. Yeah, not a fan of that one, guys. If he wants to help his team cut into this deficit, he should not be attempting those kind of shots.
And there's a whistle. That goes on Mikal Bridges. And that'll be his 3rd foul so far.
And the next one puts him in the bonus.
Leonard looking over the floor. On the wing, Morris. Shot clock at 6. Wall finds George. Jacks up a 3.
Well, Chris Paul, a terrific defender, uses his speed well right there to cover some ground.
And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Paul. 1:56 left in the 4th. Outside, Wall. And Wall with the slam.
And how great is it to see Wall there with the slam? I mean, overcoming that serious healing.
Booker, good.
And allowing this to go no further. He stops a 15-0 run by Los Angeles.
Wall passes to George. 1:31 left in the game. And it's George finishing it off.
Paul George taking it all the way up for the dunk.
And it's the Suns with the ball. Booker with a deep 3. Morris with the rebound. They can burn some clock if they want to.
And get a little breather as well.
George with the ball. Just 4 to shoot. And it's good off the back of the rim and in.
And it looks like just playing the last bit of this one out in what should be a nice win here for Los Angeles.
They never settled for mediocre shots.
And Kevin, they had great penetration this time out.
And you know, looking back at all the contributions tonight, it was a really phenomenal all-around game for George.
Just active on defense, little things like clawing and scrapping and tipping passes and contesting shots. Came up with a lot of steals.
Outside, George shoots the three. And it's George again missing.
And I thought that was going to drop. It looks good from here.
No good from Booker. On offense, here are the Clippers. They've given up just 8 points in the fourth quarter. And here's Leonard. So the Clippers with the win, even early on. David, thank you as always. Thank you for joining us. That'll do it.
backcourts, Grant. They're both very talented.
Yeah, B.A., you know I love great guard play. And, of course, each team has some serious skills at that position. So expect a fast pace of play.
Starting at power forward.
And Greg, you were talking about this. What you appreciate about this matchup, the team-first mindset on both sides.
Very unselfish, and we're going to see guys moving the ball. And Kevin, they play for one another. That's why these clubs rack up so many assists.
And the Clippers starting five. The wing pairing, George and Leonard. Post tandem for him, Morris and Zubac. And it's Wall in at the point guard position.
And don't let Edwards' position fool you. Anthony is built like a linebacker. That upper body strength helps him down low.
Now here's Wall to the inside. Here's Zubac over Gobert. That one off the back iron and out.
Once he gets the ball there, you expect him to capitalize. That was a missed opportunity.
And here's Los Angeles. Morris kicks to Leonard. And it's Leonard with the jam.
Finishing that possession with an exclamation mark. Kawhi making his presence felt.
Russell looking it over. Out to Edwards. To the left side wing. Towns, the pass to Gobert. And finished off by Gobert.
A much more physical player now than when he first entered the league. Gobert powering it home. For decades, the Clippers were almost directionless. But they found their place in the NBA, becoming a franchise that competes in the West.
And that's a special play coming from the one spot.
You know, his passing can take a backseat for that dunk. Wow.
It just shows you the versatility. This guy can do a lot of different things for you. Woo-wee!
Here's Towns following the basket by John Wall. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Edwards passes to Gobert. He trains it as the shot clock ticks down. And the West, you know, is very difficult. But Steve, for the Clippers, how much of their success is tied to their identity?
Kevin, a lot of it. They become a hard-nosed team, hanging their hat on defense, playing together, making opponents earn everything they get.
And you can tell he put a lot of practice into that one. Wall's always ready to break out something slick if he's got the time and space.
Now here's Leonard. It's George on the wing. He feeds it to Morris. Towns with the steal. And it's Russell in the corner. Nice ball movement by Minnesota. Here's Gobert, and he gets the basket. Officials blowing the whistle, so a chance at the line for one more.
Rudy Gobert not content to just take the foul, used his size to follow through for the bucket.
Clippers have gone 3 of 4 from the field to start out the game. Here's Leonard, and he uses the glass on the layup.
Good way to start this game. You want to get him rolling as early as possible.
And we know once he gets in the rhythm, he's a really tough guy to stop.
Now here's Edwards. Here's Russell. And the layup's good off the glass.
And look at Russell bringing the intensity. He's stronger now, willing to mix it up inside no matter who's on it.
George up top. Edwards defending. And George, here we go. Gobert with the block. Edwards with it. He's picked up by Wall. Prince wide open. Sinks the three-pointer.
When Prince gets it clicking from the perimeter, gets his confidence going, the entire offense benefits.
He takes it in. And Wall kicks to Zubats. George looking around, and the foul called on Edwards. That is his first foul of the game.
First team foul.
1:27 left here in the first quarter, and he commits the intentional foul.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
The all-around game Paul George possesses is so special. His versatility is what makes him so valuable.
And at the line, it's all about consistency with him. His routine, his stroke, it never wavers.
Towns, the pass to Gobert. And the rejection by Zubats. Down low. Nice move. On the wing, George. He's guarded by Russell. And the dunk by Zubats.
Oh, nice work finding the open man by George. Plays like this prove he's a team player.
It's Russell with the drive. And the foul call on Kawhi Leonard. That is his first foul of the game. Out to Edwards. Outside Russell. To the left wing. Towns finds Russell. 4 on the clock. The Timberwolves need to get a shot off here. And the shot goes in from Rudy Gobert.
Looking to expand his game. Love seeing Gobert rise up with confidence off the catch.
Here's Wall. And then jammed down as he goes right over Rudy Gobert.
Oh, he's putting on a show for these fans.
I can't believe he pulled that one out in the course of an actual game. Just 2 seconds between shot clock and game clock. Here's Towns. Good, and it's Russell picking up the assist.
Using outstanding floor awareness there. Russell's ability to pick apart the defense and find the open man.
And stolen by Russell. Towns for 3. Oh, my goodness, with no time left on the clock.
Without a moment.
And so it's the Minnesota Timberwolves. With their lead standing at 6 points here at the end of the quarter. They're feeling very confident, shooting the ball with great efficiency and dictating the pace. We'll get right back to the action when we return. And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter of action so far. And a moment here to take a look at the scoring breakdown for the Timberwolves.
Right now is their passing game, and it's been on point. Doing a great job of moving it around and getting the ball to their shooters.
You also have to admire how they challenge the defense inside, getting a lot of points in the paint.
Setting the floor for the Clippers. The wing pairing, George and Leonard. Post tandem for him, Morris and Zubats. And it's Wall in at the point. And Wall kicks to George. He's now 1 for 2 with that bucket.
With his great length and skill, Paul George has no trouble getting points in the paint.
Edwards passes to Gobert. And finished off by Gobert.
Pushing the action, getting others involved. He does it time and time again.
You know what it is? It's his creativity. That's making this engine run.
George finds Wall. Morris with a screen on Edwards. It's stolen by Edwards. Russell left side. Inside, it's stolen by Morris. Here's Leonard. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. That one is on Towns.
Good job inviting contact. The closer Leonard gets to the rim, the more dangerous he becomes.
You know, Greg, you played on some gritty teams, and we hear that expression, getting punched in the mouth, and it's not usually literal. But what's that look like on the floor? What's it feel like on the court?
Kevin, you're just out hustling and out muscling the team. At times you'll see it they've kind of checked out mentally. And I'll tell you what, it is one of the best feelings in sport. And I like the fact that the defense is looking to protect the rim at all costs.
That misses, so he splits the free throws.
And we've seen Towns take on more of a leadership role over the years, wanting to be the guy for this team.
You just love how reliable he is. Night in and night out, his offense is there.
The kick out to Towns. Good, and it's Russell picking up the assist. Towns has got 8 points.
And this is what you like to see. Big Cat using that size to his advantage.
Wall and contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. It's his first trip to the line, and the first one at the line is good.
Shooting currently, John.
And so Wall nails both of them.
And you got to respect Wall's tenacity. This is a player who hasn't let injury slow him down. He always puts in a big effort and just pushes himself to give his all.
Towns down low, covered by Morris. And the dunk by Towns.
Oh, just solid on the one-handed slam.
And guys, when it's a tight ball game like this, he's the guy they want with the ball. Wall kicks to Leonard. Gobert with the block.
This is why shooters always have an eye out for Rudy.
Oh!
You know what he did?
Wow, and that sort of showmanship is just deflating right now to a team trying to get back into a game like this.
Ouch, Greg, that is definitely an emphasis jam. A big apostrophe or exclamation point, maybe even a question mark.
Yeah, a nice, strong finish on the inside.
But, Greg, that's what he does. He's got the dunker mentality. Back to Russell. And the rejection by Zubac. Morris looking over the floor. Zubac kicks to Leonard. Rudy Gobert with the rebound.
Those are chances almost always you can rely on him to get you 2 points, but the D, just enough to keep him out of rhythm.
Clippers trail by 4. Leonard the pass to George. Outside, Wall. And stolen by Prince. Out to Russell. The 3. Rebound by the Clippers. And we have an intentional foul there, G.A. Wish I could say why.
That one's pretty strange. I mean, no idea what got into his head right there.
44 seconds left to play here in the half. Morris finds George. Gobert pulls it in. Gobert's got his 4th rebound in this one. Prince in the corner. Back to Edwards. Outside, Towns. Passes it to Russell. Back to Towns. 5 to shoot. Wall with the steal.
Definitely got to use the clock here and get the last shot.
But you know, this is where your patience is tested. If you shoot too quickly, you give your opponent a chance to close out the quarter.
Any chance you get, you want to put yourself in a position to succeed, and that's what he did there.
Great job of reading the floor, got to the rim, and
thank you, David, and we'll be back. We've got second half action for you, and if the next couple quarters are similar to the first, this one could go down to the last possession. Karl Anthony Towns has been sensational.
Yeah, early on, he has been feasting in the paint, and you have to think they're going to keep feeding the big fella.
Why go away from something that's working? Force the defense to prove that they can stop it.
Anderson is out there with McDaniels. Then it's Naz Reid, and it's Forbes in at the 1. That's Chris Finch's 5 as we get into the second half. Glad we got the chance to see that remarkable rejection.
And boy, did he get up quick to reject that shot. That's as fundamental as defense gets.
Poked away. McDaniels passes to Forbes. 4 on the shot clock. A nice shot by McDaniels. McDaniels got the lead up to 6 now for Minnesota.
He was able to simply lay it in over the top of the smaller man.
Jackson passes to Kennard. Driving in, shoots. Here's Covington, and the dunk by Covington.
Nice find by Luke. Shows good vision in both half court and in transition.
Little over a minute gone here in the second half. Pass to Forbes. Here's Noel. Lays it up off the glass. Noel's got his first 2 points.
And guys, the D has to show a little more fight on the interior than they did on that trip.
Jackson drives in. Outside for Batum. Takes a 3. That shot off the mark. Timberwolves go the other way with it. Noel passes to Reed. Comes up empty down low.
That was excellent contest, preventing him from making something that's usually automatic.
And he'll be shooting his first free throw of the game here.
Sharpshooter Kennard is valuable. A guy who stretches the floor and works very hard.
Clippers trail by 5. Outside Jackson. Count it. Jackson's got 4 points this quarter.
Not just selling for something along the perimeter. Excellent job.
Here's Noel. He kicks it to Forbes. Pass to Noel. The Timberwolves working the ball around now. Just under 2.5 minutes into the third quarter now. Played in with a nice touch off the glass. And so it's Jackson who brings it up for the Los Angeles Clippers. Trailing by 5. Lays it up and in on the nice reverse. Jackson's got 6.
The defense having to respect Jackson's outside game. That opened up things for him in the inside.
Noel passes to Forbes. No good on the triple.
This is the shot they wanted to get. Right guy, right spot, wrong result. You know what makes Nicholas Batum indispensable? When they need him in the paint, he's there. When they need him on the perimeter, he's there.
And Jackson throws it down hard.
What commitment by Jackson, forcing his shot through the foul.
And with Batum, his versatility has earned him a lot of minutes over his career.
Kevin, reason why, when you got a guy who can guard a wing and get you points in the paint, that'll always get you some floor time.
There's the pass to Noel. Oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2.
Yeah, the defender all over.
For Minnesota, they have made 1 of 3 free throws in the game, and he makes the first. And so he hits both. The Clippers trail. In the third quarter with just over 3.5 minutes off the clock. Kennard finds Jackson. Back to Kennard. Passes it to Powell. The rebound by Anderson. Timberwolves have gone 3 of 5 to start the second half, developing a nice rhythm out there. Here's McDaniels, banked in off the glass. McDaniels got 4 points this quarter.
Cutting his teeth in the Spurs system, Forbes has improved at keeping his eyes up and finding the open man.
Here's Jackson. The rebound by Anderson. Timberwolves leading by 4. Here's Noel. He's got 6. For 3, Forbes. gets the three-pointer to fall.
Shooting over 43% from distance during his college career. This is Forbes' specialty.
Jackson kicks to Kanawha. 24 seconds left to play in the third. And the shot goes down.
One sign of a great playmaker, hitting his man in stride.
Minnesota's gone 3 of 6 tonight when they've let it fly from downtown. Anderson dishes to Forbes. The kick out to Anderson. And he drops in the layup off the glass. Anderson's got the lead back up to 7 now for the Timberwolves.
A high percentage look for Kyle. Has the size and length to be a factor inside.
Fourth quarter of action is upon us. Thanks as always for joining us. Timberwolves leading by 7. And on the floor for the Clippers here in the fourth, the wing pairing, George and Leonard. Post tandem for him, Morris and Zubac. And it's Wall in at the 1 spot. It's tipped. Towns against George. And Towns throws it down.
And the way Towns makes scoring look effortless, it's what makes him one of the game's best players.
Ball passes to Leonard. Pass to Zubac. Back to Leonard. 6 on the shot clock. Minnesota with the rebound. Gobert's got rebound number 5 here tonight. To the paint. Here's Russell. Nifty move. And he sinks the layup. Russell's got the lead up to 11 now for Minnesota.
And showing he can make plays for others. Edwards moving it with conviction.
And Wall kicks to George. And it's George finishing it off.
Oh, that's a major league throwdown.
Keeps a tight grip on that rim, too, after the finish. George against Edwards. To the middle. Here's Gobert. Shakes him. And that's 2 points on the layup.
This could be a big night for Rudy. He's showing great focus on the offensive end so far.
Wall against Russell. Wall passes to Zubac. And the dunk by Zubac.
If you came to watch a scoring battle, you're in the right place.
Yeah, both teams trying to close out strong. These are the fireworks that fans came to see.
Left side, Edwards. Towns kicks to Edwards. And the 3 off target. Clippers trail by 9. Wall finds Morris. We're in the fourth quarter here, just under 2.5 minutes gone. Basket good.
Driving with a purpose. Leonard shakes off the hit, maintains focus, count it.
Outside Russell. Outside Towns. Second shot opportunity. Prince, the pass to Towns. And it's good with time running down on the shot clock. Towns has got 4 points in the quarter.
And how about Towns there taking full advantage of that size, just dominating the glass on that second chance opportunity.
The kick out to Wall. Dishes it to George. And that comes off the assist by John Wall. Wall's got 5 assists in the game. Look at the clock, a little under 3.5 minutes gone here in the fourth. Towns sets the pick for Russell. Oh, and the jam by Towns.
And that's what we call playing with force. And Towns going up for the dunk, daring the defense to contest.
Zubac, a screen on Russell. Ball passes to Zubac. And the dunk by Zubac.
My goodness, he is such a great dunker.
Greg, a high riser, no doubt about it. Morris with the screen for Leonard. Oh, Morris in position. Towns with the steal. There's 57 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Towns is doubled. Out to Russell from the arc. Another shot. Towns dishes to Gobert. And finished off by Gobert.
Tremendous intensity from Gobert. He sees an opening and leaps up for a slam.
Ball passes to Morris. And a miss there on the triple. It's Gobert with the ball for Minnesota. And here's Towns. Shot clock at 5. And Towns throws it down.
And it's just competing. You know, giving your best when it matters most.
It's called killer instinct. It's one thing to be close at the end. It's another to finish.
And so it's the Timberwolves taking care of business here. All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. And that'll do it, folks.